Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your September 2017 tarot card reading. So, September is here. I cannot believe it. A couple quick announcements. First of all, thank you so much for all of your likes and comments and subscriptions. Your comments are so sweet, and they just make my heart flutter, and I'm so grateful. And so I really I love to like and reply. So please continue with that. That's like it's something I really enjoy. So if you feel so inspired, leave me a message. And the other thing is we so we're in eclipse season right now. We just had in August an amazing solar eclipse, a new moon in Leo. And we also had a full moon on August 7th, I believe. We had a lunar eclipse, and it was a full moon in Aquarius. So this is something that will continue to unfold for the next 6 months. And that's exciting. It's a great time for breakthroughs. It's a great time for revelations, for epiphanies. A great time to let what wants to leave go, and to really embrace the unknown. We're in Mercury retrograde, which will after this first week of September will be going direct again. So revisit, rewrite, all the just sort of, the going back and checking things, over. That's something that comes up often. Mercury rules communication and technology and travel and transportation. So during this time, whenever there's a Mercury retrograde, there's oftentimes some hiccups there. But I personally really like to embrace the Mercury retrograde periods. I think that they're so valuable. It's a great time for me to just go in and do that reflection, and it gives me an opportunity to resolve anything that needs some adjusting, and to sort of look at that and take care of that. So I have been shuffling and meditating on your sign, and I drew an animal card, and I started reading the animal cards that I choose. You guys said that you liked that, so I'm going to do it again. And this month, so from this time when I'm doing this reading, the end of August through the first 2 weeks of September, this is sort of the umbrella thematic energy that we want to keep in mind as we move through the rest of the reading. So Geminis, first of all, I do want to say that Gemini, this morning I wasn't going to, I just put out one video and I was going to sort of get some other things done, but Gemini wanted my attention. So I felt like, I just had to sort of sit down and dive in, because I just was feeling like everywhere left and right, Gemini wanting my attention. And we have the octopus. So let me just go ahead and read this. The octopus, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind, paired with a lack of paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, the octopus energy expresses itself as interested, engaged, intelligent. And when out of balance, it expresses itself as needy, clingy, and lacks courage. And to bring into balance is space to oneself, and talk therapy. So, and then as I was shuffling, the Chariot card flew right out over it, and then also the Mother of Pentacles. So, boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And I feel strongly that this could be you, or that it could be someone that you're attracting into your life. I feel, it could be a significant other. And there is this sort of, we can experience this, this sort of codependent, clingy energy that we're either expressing or we're experiencing because someone close to us is expressing it. And so yeah, it's just looking at boundaries. There's also what I always feel with this octopus energy is immense amounts of creativity. So even we have to look at the colors and sort of the inspiration, and and all of these the tentacles, all these tentacles. So there are all these different avenues that you use, and that especially in particular right now you could sort of be looking at as ways to express your creativity. Expression is coming up in a big way for you this month, and I'm feeling that when it comes to creating boundaries, and also just it's interesting, partnership is coming up big time for a couple of signs. Gemini, what was the other one? I think it was Pisces, and maybe Libra. But there is sort of this, the feeling that I'm getting here is that there is this, this really, you're coming, there's a lot of action, sort of there's something in some area of your life, and it could very well be a relationship, or it could sort of be in something you're moving forward in. Things are getting clear really quickly, and things are getting serious very quickly, is what I just heard. There's a lot of momentum around one aspect or one area of your life right now. And it's this building momentum. And there also could sort of be this call to, I just heard, to focus in. So you have all of these options, these things sort of that you're looking at, these creative avenues that you could take, or these avenues, these choices. This energy feels very similar to the Seven of Cups energy, where there are 7 cups and you sort of have all these different options. And this is sort of calling for a focus. So this, to focus your attention in one area or another. And this Mother of Pentacles, it's just this incredibly nurturing energy. And it's saying here something about grounding yourself. And there's this focus here on, I am being drawn to sort of this pentacle. And also we have the pentacle here on so I am getting this sense that there is this mindfulness of income or wealth, and almost it's like the worthiness of sort of how you're measuring this way to measure the worth of your creative output. So there's, I think maybe to look at that and to sort of to evaluate sort of how you are measuring your self-worth. We have the 3 of Cups reversed, and then we have the 6 of Wands reversed right in the middle here. So I just heard picking it up. There's this sense of starting something, there's going back to the beginning. It's something, this reference sort of saying the beginning, sort of going back to the beginning, starting from chapter 1 again, or this, it's like back to the beginning. So there is this, this sort of going back to this feels like a personal, this feels like a relationship, and also it feels personal. So there is this cup sort of emotional energy around this, whatever this back to this beginning is, whatever this back to phase 1, stage 1 of something is. It feels emotional, and perhaps there is a lack of, it's almost what it feels as though there is this duality here, where it's really, when you're sort of approaching this next chapter, this new beginning, this page 1 of this new book, or whatever it is, there feels like there's a lack of confidence, and simultaneously there's a lot of inspiration. So it's almost like this, your head is this balloon, or whatever this is. There's a lot of potential and a lot of possibility that you're seeing here, but it's also paired with this resistance to this. It's almost like nerves and a little bit of a sort of being shy, this shying away from fully embracing whatever this page 1 is, this next, this beginning is. Oops. And do check out we have the 4 of Wands. And this feels like I'm being sucked into something. I feel like I'm being, there's almost this like magnetic pull to this card. And so there's like this drawing closer to, it's like this deep attraction, this curiosity that you almost can't look away from. You can't turn away from. So there's this, you're being pulled towards something that, that something really has your attention, that it feels like a calling. It feels like it's literally, you just are being pulled towards something. And this feels, with the wands, it can often represent career, but it could be also home. It could be sort of a relationship. But this feels, again, both relating directly to your sense of purpose and stability, and but also it speaks to emotional fulfillment, something that you're finding, that you're looking for emotional fulfillment in. And it feels so captivating, and right. It's so full of inspiration. It's inspiring, and it's energizing in a big way. September. And there's this great opportunity here, as sort of this, with the momentum and the Chariot, to really create, to really, I heard, go with the flow, follow the momentum. So there's this, you can really manifest quite quickly with the energy available to you right now. It is sort of about that focusing in. Again, I'm drawn here, and then sort of this idea of that's coming up around creating those boundaries in order to, boundaries, discipline is the word. There's this sense of discipline and implementing some discipline so that way you can accomplish most efficiently here. Because there is this accomplished energy showing up in your spread. Okay. So we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Six of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. And we have the Five of Pentacles. And this card, fives have come up for a couple of signs multiple times. And I'm going to, this has a different quality to it for your reading. So let's just see here. I just heard the word homecoming, coming home. And here, you know, the Nine of Pentacles for me often refers to some sort of investment, the investment in self, the investment in property, the investment in, you know, just an investment of some kind, of sort of an investment of energy, whatever your resources are. But with this card reversed here, I'm feeling that it, and then we have this sort of coming down from the Three of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and then the Ace of Wands reversed right under it. And the feeling I'm getting is that there is this output of your own resources, this putting of your resources toward toward whatever this new, whatever this, I want to say diamond in the rough is. So there's something that is that you are pooling some of your resources into. And I just heard that the growth spurt, hoping for a growth spurt. And I see there's a lot of growth. So it's almost as though there's this like fire starting energy. There's this, it's almost like your, the image I'm getting is sort of this, those little sticks that get fire started, and you're sort of putting it all together, and there's a sense of like lighting some sort of fire, lighting some sort of this ignition, this you're getting this you know, you're trying to generate growth in one particular area or for one particular project, and or it could be more than one project. We have a couple little twigs here. But there is this sense of trying to create some sort of growth, some sort of trying to get something to take. And around whatever this is, this feels very connected to Mercury retrograde. And there is sort of this looking again. Could be contractual, absolutely. but there is this this looking at the ins and outs of something again. So there is this sort of making sure sort of all of your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, and there is sort of this this feeling of reanalyzing something, sort of this like something is being, I just heard, edited. And then we have the Six of Cups, and then the Five of Pentacles reversed, or right side up. Sorry. So word from home. Something connected to your home, where you come from, where you have in the past set down roots. But there is this feeling of no longer being rooted there in the same way. But so there is a sort of, and even with the Six of Cups, we often, in the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's sort of the Six of Cups speaks to nostalgia or childhood. So with this energy, it feels as though there's almost like word from home, or there's something about visiting some particular place or person from your past. And a place that could have been, it just feels bittersweet to me. This particular person or this place or this memory, it feels potent and it feels bittersweet. And there's this encouragement. There's something incredibly healing about this. It feels like there's this encouragement to feel whatever you're feeling around this as a means to heal and resolve. And I do feel that whatever this resolution is, that you're looking for, that you're seeking out, that tender spot in your heart, that you know, this bittersweetness, I feel like there is that resolution. Like there is that, you come away from it feeling that whatever sort of was bittersweet is more sweet than sour. So there is this sweetness with this energy here. And there's also this putting something to rest. One more card here. So we have the Son of Swords, and we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So there is this, again, there's this with the Son of Swords, there is this focused, articulate energy, sort of this zeroing in on what you want to create, allowing yourself to sort of feel that pull, to listen to your fascination and where your curiosity is leading you, because you're lighting a fire here. You're growing something. So, you know, and then it's just kind of about like experiencing sort of, allowing yourself to sort of experience the matters of the heart over the next couple of weeks, with compassion and love, but also, you know, not getting stuck anywhere. So there's a sense of moving through it, with some swiftness. So not sort of letting yourself get pulled back, but instead to continue to move through. Boundaries. Boundaries is something to keep in mind. And then, yeah, I'd say overall there is this like magnetic, this inspired energy that wants to carry you over the next couple of weeks. So really stay tuned to those synchronicities. Listen to your heart. Listen to the synchronicities. Follow your own intuition, and have a beautiful next couple of weeks. I will be seeing you again for the mid-September readings. I hope that this was really helpful, and I love you. Do check out your sun sign and your rising sign and your moon sign, because these are such general readings that it helps to look at your sign more holistically in that way, and you can piece things together for yourself. Well, I love you, and I hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a beautiful one.